Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen November BoredGamer Channel update. What are we looking forward to this month content-wise from BoredGamer and Star Citizen? Who won the Mercury Star Runner giveaway? What are we giving away in November? November may be the hypest month for Star Citizen 2020. We had a giveaway of Mercury Star Runner in October, and the winner of that, which was drawn from a random comment from a random video, is POTUS Chad. Congratulations, you have won a Mercury Star Runner. For November, we have a new giveaway, again for a Mercury Star Runner. All you need to do to be in for a chance of win that is comment on any of my videos made during November 2020. A random video will have a random commenter selected from it to win that. So let's start with some news. We know that the Imperator for the UEE for Star Citizen lore, I suppose, is Leilani Addison, the woman that will bring a swift AI-based death at the hands of Skynet, and the candidate that I voted for. Woo! She is pro-AI, science and education, and it'll be interesting to see how this choice will affect the lore and story of Star Citizen's persistent universe moving forward. It's not going to really affect Squadron 42, because Squadron 42 is set before all of this. Something I did want to mention as well is Star Citizen's funding in October was a bit odd and pretty weak because of two things. No real CitizenCon, which is a big thing in October, and the third-party funding tracker showed that $2 million had been removed in October, which was a bit odd. It just sort of like disappeared in two batches, one of 500,000 and one of 1.5 million. That could have just been an error. It could be refunds. It could be a correction. So it was artificially a bad month due to that. At time of recording, I just checked again and noticed that 600,000 had actually been re-added to that. So it's like 1.4 million off, 1.5 million off-ish. It could just be errors in some of the data, but if we have any more news on that, or CIG say, oh yeah, we were doing this, and that's the reason this money sort of like disappeared off the funding tracker. If we know anything more, I'll talk about it. That said, the month still made 1.6 million, but it would have made around 3.1 million without the missing monies. Still very much a massively record-breaking year for Cloud Imperium. It's just, it'll be interesting to see what happened with that. So, from the 20th of November this month, we have the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. This is at New Babbage on Microtech, and this is likely to be the highlight of 2020 for Star Citizen. It runs all the way through to December 2nd. There is a free flight, so you can, without purchasing the game, try Star Citizen during that period. There's an in-game expo hall with loads of ships to try each day that you can try for free. There's going to be an event with that. There's going to be ships on sale all the time, and there might be a range of other surprises too. Each day of the expo, me and Zin will be visiting the hall, seeing what's new, what's available, and reporting back. We're going to be covering the new ships with a ship buyer's guide, because there will be new ships coming out, whether they be in concept, whether they be straight to flyable. We'll have to wait and see. And we're going to be getting involved with any other events that are going on at the same time. It's going to be very busy. The teaser we have for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is currently this picture, and I thought originally from left to right that might have been the RSI gunship on the left and right, and in the center be the Nomad that we've sort of talked about recently. RSI gunship being a rumor ship that Star Citizen Leaks have talked about, but also we know that Cloud Imperium are going to have something from RSI in the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo that's new, and it's expected to be this quite large gunship. Also, the Nomad is something that Star Citizen Leaks have talked about, and it appears to potentially be the mobile refinery ship that they was mentioned sort of like last year at last year's CitizenCon. And SC Leaks have suggested that from left to right, that it is the Nomad, the Mercury Star Runner, and the gunship. So that'll be interesting to see. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'm looking forward to seeing all of those ships, but I'm interested to know what you think. We are also getting a 3.11.1 patch, potentially at the same time as the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, but we'll see the PTU before that. It's currently in EVOCATI testing, and excitingly with that patch, it's expected that the Mercury Star Runner will come out, but obviously if it's not out by the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, then it will come out with the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. So, bam. To tide you over, I suppose, until that 3.11.1 patch and the Expo, we are planning to feature a org spotlight with Rogue Squadron. They are a PvP meta-orientated org, and I thought it'd be worth talking to them now, especially with lots more PvP changes coming in the future. Some in now, they've just been changed to 3.11. Obviously, there's like station assaults. There's going to be Idris defending these stations and potentially other players, and I wanted to know how that affects the way that they will do PvP in the universe and what they sort of like do to help Star Citizen's development and balance now, that sort of jazz. So we are going to have our regular news and summaries throughout November as well. Dev responses as well with the very active Chad McKinney from CIG. He seems to be answering questions almost weekly in like big droves. Inside Star Citizen is going to be covering 3.12 content and beyond, and I look forward to seeing what they've got to show us. There will be lots of Idris and AI combat features that we can talk about because they've added that stuff to 3.12. NPC Idris, woo! We've been waiting for this for like a year, and I'm glad they're actually going to be getting in the game. I'm hoping that we see something capital ship related event-wise for Intergalactic Aerospace Expo as well, though. I want to do a bit of a deeper dive into Death of a Spaceman and Permadeath. There's lots of Star Citizen gameplay I want to start getting out as well. We need to do a state of the game. How does 3.11 and 3.11.1 play? We should also, later this week, have a month report for the Persistent Universe and Squadron 42. These are hugely informative, and we could possibly get the new roadmaps that Cloud Imperium have been promising us later this month too. We're getting them by the end of the year, is the plan, but that could be by the end of November. Don't expect to see details of 3.13, the Q1 2021 patch, until those new roadmaps are out, but we will see a lot of changes to the Q4 2020 3.12 patch over the coming weeks. I was hoping to do some Cyberpunk 2077 content this month, but the game has been delayed to December, and I say, CD Projekt Red, you should take as much time as you need. Get a polished game out for your first day of release. Delay if you need to. I know that some people took days off work. I know that they had basically said a day before they announced a delay there wouldn't be a delay, which is unfortunate, but I would rather play a polished, non-stressful game, especially if I'm going to be streaming or making content on it for sure. I want them to have it ready, and I'm not going to be a child about it. But I mean, you can criticise them saying the day before there wasn't going to be a delay, and then there was, for sure. But it's only 21 days. We live in an interesting world currently, and I suppose people are going to be potentially bored. The UK has gone back into national lockdown for at least November. BoredGamer, though, is in a pretty good place. Me and Zin work from home, and Zin seems to have learnt the basics of Star Citizen as a game, and editing pretty well now. She is also just recovered, or recovering, from COVID, and she's doing well. Don't worry about her. Her partner lost his sense of taste, and I'm not talking about dress sense. I've made that joke about 12 times on stream. I'm not sure if the Star Citizen UK studio is going to be further affected by lockdown, but they are very able to work from home, fortunately, so it probably won't affect them too much. My dad is doing really well. Thank you very much for the kind words. If you do want to do something to help, or you're struggling, then reach out to someone. Say hi, see how they're doing, whether you're struggling, whether you're not struggling, whatever. It's worth just going, hey, how you doing? Do you want to play some games? Let's do some stuff online. Some people are doing fine, others not so much. And I just think it's sort of like a nice thing to do. Do you know what I mean? I am planning on building a Star Citizen and content creation based PC with some of the new hardware that's been released with AMD super good looking processors, potentially an AMD card. I bought a 3080, but it hasn't arrived yet, so I'm considering cancelling that for a AMD 16900 XT, or potentially getting both cards and then giving one to Zin, giving one to me, and then we can actually do some tests and see what those cards are like for video editing, content creation, recording, and Star Citizen. So we'll have to wait and see, but the idea with that PC build is that it should be semi-repeatable and not overly expensive. We are not going to purchase expensive stuff just because it's the best. We're going to go for what is the best bang for buck, but also aiming for that sort of near top tier of gaming, but really we're going for sort of like high frame rate 4K. That's what I want to record at. That's what I want to play games at for the next couple of years. That sort of makes sense to me. Yes, there is 8K, but come on, I mean, that's just, I don't know, that's a bit too extreme for my brain at the moment. I'm hoping that Cloud Imperium talk a little bit more about their Vulkan support and their Gen 12 render again this month, and give us an indication of, will that be done by the end of this year, or at least the very early stages of it, so that's actually integrated in the game, or is that something that's more middle of next year or something like that? Actually, with that PC build, I am thinking of having people's names or tags laser engraved into it, because some people have really supported the channel. And with that in mind, a special thanks to, well, firstly, Sarge. You support me over every single medium that I have support available for, and donated ridiculous amount of money. Thank you genuinely so much. That's enabled us to do stuff with that PC much quicker and just generally helped the channel. I've bought a better camera, I've bought some better lenses. There's a lot of stuff coming in the future, and that's been made partly possible because of you and a lot of other people as well, admittedly. But I want to potentially do, additionally, cover some board games and do some vlogging and stuff like that. I mean, it would be hugely Star Citizen orientated for the most part, but we're not just going to do Star Citizen on the channel exclusively. There'll be some other bits, there'll be some podcasty stuff, and yeah, genuinely thank you. My mega Patreons as well, Cope, CDT, Dalamars, Plastic D, Miles Harding, Andy Green. Also, my ridiculous YouTube high-tier kings. You are royalty to me. Mantis, Michael Ike, the Steampunk Devil, Sarge again, obviously. I've just seen you everywhere. DJ Brown. Mwah. We have board producers too. Tony Phillip, Pixie, Julian Pace, and Schweit. And there have been a big selection of other donors beyond that I haven't already mentioned. So Baba Yaga, Deathfruit, Red Fox, Robert Johnston, Brandon, and many, many more. Thank you so much to people like my mods that help me do things. Zin will be taking control of that and helping actually coordinate with you rather than just some vague instructions of, can you make bad word not happen, that I sort of give. But genuinely thank you to mods. Thank you very much, like Red Huntress and all those others that work behind the scenes to help the channel work. A genuinely massive thank you to Zin. I know I pay your wages, but you are a bit of a godsend for me at the moment. So thank you for that. And I genuinely think that we will have a much better channel and Star Citizen coverage because of your input and help as we go forward. And 2021 going to be an amazing year. Boom, 100% confirmed. No doubt. If you would like to further support BoredGamer and our content, consider becoming a YouTube channel member. So basically the join button below my videos on YouTube, bam, you can pay to get some bonuses. There's Patreon as well, which has a mirrored sort of like content there. Basically, you get exclusive content each month. This ranges from outtakes, me and Zin playing other games, votes and polls, some posts, and you can help influence the channel. There's emotes, and we're trying to get more there too. I'm trying to get something weekly, but it's more likely to be fortnightly at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see. But feedback, comments, messages, suggestions, they all help too. There's something that anyone can get involved with. You can like, you can subscribe, you can share my videos. This channel is built upon the backs of the community, and I am massively thankful for that. I will be shilling for NordVPN again throughout November. If you are looking for a VPN service, I massively recommend them. They have a huge amount of advantages over free VPNs. They don't sell your personal data. They help with privacy, security, accessibility of the internet and make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, knowing that your penchant for tentacles is kept as secret as it possibly can be. Well, not that secret. I mean, I know about it. But would I if you use NordVPN? Check out the links below for more information and to get a discount on that. Bam! And also, if you want any more information about the channel, you want to go further to the support, all the links are down there. Please check them out. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble, and I hope you enjoy November. I'd love to know what you think, though. Are you looking forward to what's coming in the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo? If so, what in particular? Are you excited for the Mercury Star Runner? Is there any sort of like feedback you'd like to give to the channel? Anything you'd like to see on it? Any particular org or item or hardware or app that you'd like me to spotlight? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.